Alrighty. Hello, everybody. I don't know who's all here yet, but welcome to another day of Pokemon Run and Bun Hardcore Nuzlocke. Yeah. Not too much to say right away. I'm excited to be doing another day of it. We obviously had a little bit of a hiccup, shall we say, at the end of last time, but hopefully today, here, let me get this music in the background. There we go. Hopefully today goes a little bit better. So I'm sure it will. Yeah, the goal, hopefully for today, I'm not sure how realistic it is to get through the whole of Granite Cave, deliver our package to Steven, and then make our way to Dewford. That would be the ideal, of course. We'll see how that goes. We'll obviously be getting an encounter in just a bit here. We'll have to take a look at that, as well as dealing with a couple of the upcoming trainers. I think the one guarding the cave is probably going to be harder than at least the first couple of them actually in the cave, so we'll have that to look forward to, I guess. And yeah, let's get right into it. Let me just make sure that my audio is all good real quick. Alright, looks like it's doing just fine. Let's get in here. There we go. Yes. Alright, so right away, have a chance to take a look at our team. We're actually doing pretty well with everybody. We've got, let's see, who's in the... no, that's not what I want to do. Just want to double check. We've just got Clauncher in the box. So that makes sense since we've got a couple of encounters here. I think we are actually going to need Clauncher on our team coming up here. I don't think we'll need Spheal for any of the upcoming fights. Yeah, so we're just going to store Spheal away. We're actually going to level up Horsey. There we go, right. That'll be the first thing to do. After that, we'll make our way into Granite Cave and start looking at encounters. Hi, Ceosaur, how are you doing? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Excited to get through some more of this game today, hopefully. And hopefully everything goes super well and fantastic. Oop, there we go. Doing well, glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Alright. We should have an easier time than we did at the end of last time, hopefully. Yeah, super repellent is super useful. Okay. Leer, yep. Yeah, right away we're going into Granite Cave, gonna be getting an encounter, as well as fighting a couple more trainers. Hopefully, I know. Bubble Beam, yeah. Definitely gonna get Bubble Beam on this thing. Is that just better than Bubble? Lower the foe speed. That may... yeah, Bubble Beam is just straight up better than Bubble. Cool. And Smokescreen and Leer can randomly be useful. Not actually, but we can pretend like that's true. It is true. Again, I'm keeping as many niche tools for this run as possible. Of all of the, other... I love this specific run just because it feels much more like playing, a puzzle hack, like one of those, few-hour, just, Pokemon puzzle rooms. It feels like that, but a, 400-hour game version of it. So sometimes randomly things like Leer are actually more useful because you might need exactly just that bit of damage to deal with something. Probably, again, it's unlikely, but there's also the big thing in this game that there are actually double battles throughout the game. Not many, compared to, how many battles there are. I think there's, 500 unique trainers that are all custom-made, but it's something that you have to at least keep in mind. That being said, let's get our Pokemon in the right order real quick. Basically just putting Helmarock out front. Yeah. Luckily for us, I'm just gonna heal up real quick. Love using niche moves, abilities, and stuff for the difficult battles. Absolutely. That's one of the coolest things about Pokemon, is just how, especially, where we are at in Pokemon releases, don't get me wrong, I love the earlier gens. I actually love the earlier gens more than I like the most recent games. But the tools that we have in, by Gen 8, and, the additions that they've made and the tweaks that they've made, they've all been good. Honestly, like, Pokemon's mechanics are the best that they've ever been right now in Gen 9. I think, competitively and everything, best that Pokemon has ever been. The only problem is that the games aren't as fun. They're just not as well polished, I think, and not as... But that's why we have ROM hacks, and then we just, you know, use the good mechanics that we've been given. Alright. Before we walk in here, we've got a couple things to do. First and foremost is to double check the next trainer battle. Real quick. Should be next up Tuber Chandler. I think that every trainer in this game is required, so there's not like sneaking by, so I think that like the order is always going to be the correct order, which is kind of nice. That being said, we've got a Smoochum, an Elekid, and a Magby. Is that... I'm just looking at it. That looks... Okay. Might be a weird thing. I don't know the Drayano hacks very well, but is that the starting lineup of Pokemon that you can choose in Omega Red? I think that might be. Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby. I think those are the starters that you can choose in Omega Red. That would be really cool if true. I know it's at least 2 of them. I know that Smoochum and Elekid are both the ones that you can choose, so it would be funny if that was a true statement. Either way, looking at them here, I'll actually put it up on screen. Let me fix this real quick. Hopefully is this... Uh-oh. This was not... Okay, there we go. It just took a second for OBS to load the correct things. We're gonna have to deal with the Smoochum, the Elekid, and the Magby. Luckily, and we've got this Horsey, but it's actually level 17. And it's got Bubble Beam. I'll have to fix that in a minute. However, I think that we do a pretty good job of destroying this team without Horsey. So, I think the plan... Oh, wait. And I even told myself to do this, and then I didn't. 1 sec. There we go. Now the timer's going. Everything is as it should be. Alright, where was I? Oh, yeah. So the plan for Elekid is there, and Magby seems... Right. Plan for Smoochum, it's pretty simple, Fletchender, Flame Charge, one-shots, and it's not even close. So that's a pretty good first one. Next up, I think we're fine no matter what. I assume it will be the Elekid, or the Magby. I'm not really familiar with the Run and Bun Switch in AI yet. Luckily, I don't think either of them can do much. But I think that the Elekid has a chance to be faster. So I think the Elekid's coming out, which I think just means... which is unfortunate, because the Elekid's actually what we have a problem to. But it looks like Lombre deals with it pretty well. Right, Shockwave, we can get... We could get screwed over by Shockwave, but I think we're fine, especially with Mega Drain being our most damaging move and we're healing every turn. And there's only 1.5 times crit, so I always have to remember that that's a thing. We should be fine here, even with the quick attack being an extra bunch of damage. We'll be fine. So, Lombre comes out, it Mega Drains, it takes a Shockwave, it Mega Drains, it takes a Shockwave, it Mega Drains, it takes a Shockwave, we take a quick attack. How much... Okay, we have to count that out, because that's going to be close. Okay. It says it can 4-hit KO, so... But that's not including crits. Alright, so assuming that we're fine, it will not 3-hit KO. So that means we can take 1, and we can take 2 more. Just trying to think about this. If we take 2 more, and we're fine, that's good. And we're doing 2 Mega Drains. And we've got... Wait a second, we've got Fake Out. I forgot about Fake Out on Lombre. That's huge. No, with Fake Out, that actually guarantees that 2 Mega Drains always kills. So we're not even worried, and we get Fake Out and then 2 Mega Drains, and we're healing. I don't think, and the healing is actually exactly the amount of a crit, that extra that a crit would do from Shockwave. So really the only way we're getting screwed over here is with paralysis. Now let's just assume that we do get paralyzed here at some point. No, I think if our only like terrible thing that can happen here is that Lombre gets paralyzed, we just give it one of the paralysis berries and we're fine. Okay, so we have to put a paralysis berry on Lombre. And then Lombre counters. Next up is the Magby, which luckily we just have Clauncher, which comes in and probably one shots. And isn't going to lose to anything else, so we're fine. So yeah, start off, we one-shot with Fletchender, then we bring in Lombre, Fake Out, Mega Drain, we've got to put a berry on it, and then Clauncher deals with the Magby. There we go, plan 1. Now that's that. Next up, though, we've got to deal with what we want our encounter to be. Luckily, one of the things that I do kind of appreciate, there is just no repelling manipulation to be done. It's just not a thing. Everything is the exact same level in this game, which I kind of appreciate, because then I just don't have to deal with it. Like, there's no playing around it. What you get is what you get. That being said, there is a different table for each floor, so we have to choose what floor we want. On floor 1, we've got a 30% chance of a Phanpy, a 20% chance of a Qfant, 20% chance of a Rhyhorn, 10% chance of an Onix, 10% chance of an Aeron. That would be nice. Steel types are good. Togedemaru would be cool-ish. 5% chance, 4% chance for a Sandile, or 5% chance for a Sandile. None of those are super great. Alright. We could get... From the next floor, basically the differences are we can get an Alolan Geodude. A Dwebble. Dwebble would actually be kind of good. An Amora and an Alolan Sandslash. I like basement one floor. And then and there isn't anything good for like the only other thing we can do is Rock Smash to like guarantee ourselves a Bergmite or basically guarantee ourselves an Alolan Geodude, but I don't think that's that very good. So I think, and then one more, and then the deepest floor just has Sneasel, Snorunt, Swinub, just a bunch of Ice type Pokemon. I actually like the bottom floor the best. It's got a bunch of good Ice type Pokemon. Amora, Sandshrew, Alolan Sandshrew, Sneasel, Snover, Spheal, Sneasel, Snorunt, Swinub, Bergmite. Bergmite isn't good, but it's not likely. So yeah, I think we're just going to get our encounter at the very bottom of the cave. So we're just going to turn on our repel until then. Alright. With that out of the way, let's get back to the main screen. Turn on the repel. Repel is activated, and we've got Helmarock out front, just like we're supposed to. And before I forget, because I almost did, we've got to put the berry, paralysis, so we're going to give one paralysis berry, hopefully it isn't needed, to a platypus. There we go. And we should be good. Let's do this thing. What do you got? That guy who came by Steven? Yeah. Cool. Thanks for giving us Flash. That's okay. Escape rope. That's nice. Alright. This is B1F. What's this? Rock Blast. That could be useful. Good to know. In case we need it. Trying to, well, again, saving all of the limited resources till when we absolutely need it. Okay, so we're about to go to B2F. Okay, let's get our encounter real quick, actually. What do we want out front to tank ice types? I think probably... Oh, I don't know. Who does... A whole ice cave. I know, right? Very, very fancy. They did a lot of random changes throughout. What are your stats? 31 defense, 16 special defense. I don't want to know IVs, I want to know actuals. That's good. It looks like Clauncher can take a hit a little bit better. So we're going to have Clauncher out front to resist the ice-type moves of whatever's down here while we catch it. Let's turn the repel off. It's deactivated. Alright. Come on. Something good, something good, something good. Okay, come on. Snorunt! That could be good. And it's a female, so we can actually get a Frost Glass. I don't think that's super useful, but Snowcloak might be very good. Depends on what it's got. Okay. So level 8 Snorunt. I'm almost certain we kill this with anything, but I'm just gonna double check real quick. Is there anything that doesn't kill? Ooh, actually, a level 8 Snorunt should be fine taking an Aurora Beam. Nice. Yep. It had an attack-boosting berry just on a wild Pokemon. That's crazy. There we go. Powder Snow, that's fine. Alright, now we throw Pokeballs. Perfect. Nickname to the captured Snorunt? Absolutely. What are we going to call you? It's either going to be a Glalie or a Frostlass. Actually, is it guaranteed? I don't remember how the evolution on Snorunt works. And they actually might have changed that, so I'll have to check both the documentation and regularly. Okay, so it's a stone Ute normally for a Frostlass, and it's level 42 otherwise. They might have changed that, but good to know. So this guy's probably not going to be useful for a while, but that's okay. What do we want to call this little guy? Herm. What? Here. I do not know enough about Snorunt or Frostlass to come up with something off the top of my head. Let's look at the Pokedex entry. What has it got? Snorunt lives in regions with heavy rain, snowfall, and seasons without snow. This Pokemon steals away to live quietly among the stalactites and stalagmites deep inside caverns. I guess that makes sense. And it is the Snow Hat Pokemon. Not a ton, but that's fine. What do we want to... Alright. Let's say... There's got to be a good... Also, if there's anybody in chat that ever wants to be named after a Pokemon, you can always type that in chat. We can do that. I'm saying it now because I cannot think of a good nickname here. There's got to be something. Again, I'm not coming up with a pun. I'm not coming up with a good reference. Wait, no. Hi, Sky. How are you doing? Good to see ya. Hope you're having a great night. We've just got our encounter from Granite Cave. We're making progress. Right now, I'm stumped on the hardest part of any of these runs. Not the battles, but the naming. Doing well, thank you very much for asking. There we go. Right now, there was... I don't have any great ideas for naming this Pokemon, but I do remember a while ago that there was a like famous Nuzlocker who almost lost a run, I think, to a Zoroark that was disguised as a Glalie. So my plan right now is to name this thing Zoroark. Because I just love naming things after the wrong things. Unless anybody has a better name in chat, which I'm I'm ready to hear out. There we go. Alright. Have to continue the trend? Absolutely. There must be something in all of my runs where it's just fully named the wrong thing. It's tradition at this point. On all of, like, 3 games. Gonna fake out the NPCs? Absolutely. They're gonna be so confused. I remember when I was doing a Black 2 run, and every time that I would have my Zoroark come out, I would be confused by it. Every time, without fail. I would always be, oh, we thought I brought out the wrong Mon. Alright, with that, let's actually turn back on the Infinite Repel and go heal up real quick, and then we can do this first fight. There we go. Alright. So. Come on. We should have an easy time. I'm just gonna double check while I'm healing up. While I'm running back there, I'll put it back up so you guys can take a look at it. The upcoming fight, let me see, should be all good there. So we've got our team already. This is the upcoming fight, but I don't think that there's anything that I've missed out on items that are on these Pokemon. We've got Never Melt Ice, Magnet, and Charcoal, which just helps their damage, which we've already calced for, so we'll be good. I'm going to start running over there real quick. We're all healed. We've got Helmrock back out in front. We've got the berry on a Platypus. Alright, this should be perfect. There should be nothing that can go wrong. I say sarcastically, setting myself up for something to go wrong. It's gonna be great. On the calculator? I know, I'm just leaving it up until I get to the battle. That was on purpose for once. I know that we have flashbacks to the to the calculator covering the Elite Four battle and a previous run, but until we get there, I'm just leaving it. But do call it out every time, because most of the time it will not be on purpose. We've got a Never Melt Ice. I did not know we got that down here. That's crazy. Okay. This is the first stream of yours I've ever tuned into. There we go. Well, welcome to the first stream. Hopefully it'll be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm hopeful to get through the whole of Granite Cave. I think there are 3 trainers in here. I don't know where they are, but I'm terrified. They should be in here somewhere. Oh, okay, I see. Flash. We can't use Flash until we beat the Dewford Gym. So we're just in the dark here. Alright. Let me see something real quick. Where are we? Okay, so we just came out into this room. Where did that say? This is still Granite Cave. I'm terrified of where... Okay, where actually are the next trainers? Maybe they're not even in the Granite Cave, and I've been worrying for nothing. I should have probably checked where the actual trainer battles are. The next trainers aren't even in this cave. Dang. Okay. That's fine. I was just afraid for nothing. Well, better safe than sorry. Hi, Steven. How are you doing? I don't have to fight you, do I? No. It would have told me. Hi, Steven. I'm delivering a letter for you. Steven Jumpscare. I know, it's fine. Went through all this trouble. Contains one of my favorite moves to use with my favorite Pokemon, Skarmory. TM20, what is that? You've got to hurry along? Cool. Alright. So on the Nuzlocke tracker... Okay, so one sec. Let me just put on. From earlier we just got a Snorunt, which we caught from Granite Cave. This is Steven's room. Is this... I don't think this is where we can catch another Pokemon. There's a special encounter. I don't know where Steven's room is. In particular. I assume this is not Steven's room. I assume Steven's room is actually a separate room. If not, we can come back here later. But I think we're fine to leave here and head out to Route 109, where we can actually do our next couple of encounters. Or at least Pokemon Trainer encounters. Alright. Get out of here. Perfect. Yeah, we can't get anything else yet. Alright, let's talk over here and let's make our way to Slateport. Letter delivered off to Slateport? Yes. Route 107? Oh my gosh, there's so many trainers. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. Made it to Slateport. Go on about your business. Just tell me whenever you want to set sail again. Absolutely. Okay, so they're just hidden fully. I'm glad that I was prepared. This is an actual jump scare. Toddler jump scare. Don't worry, I was prepared. I'm ready. But I've got the Pokemon in the right order. But okay, good to know. Alright, so we've got the Smoochum out front. Our plan was bully the child. Absolutely. And I'm going to be honest, we've already got a full worked out plan how to bully this child to maximum efficiency. First we Flame Charge, which just super kills this Smoochum here. Not even close. I think it's like doing at least 110% damage to 130 is the range or something like that. There we go. Next up, Elekid. Now this thing is a problem, actually. We have a very specific counter. We've got a Platypus with Pecha Berry. Is that the correct berry? Whatever the berry is that deals with paralysis. Swear you're on a drop kick the child in self-defense. Absolutely. Technoblade would be proud. Cherry Berry. Thank you, Sia. We take a Shockwave, and we don't... And then now we Fake Out. And it flinches. And we Mega Drain. And it's faster. We knew that, though. Okay, we just need to not paralyze. If we don't paralyze, then we just keep the berry, which would be nice. There we go, and we heal out of crit range. And we Mega Drain. Alright. There we go. Perfect. And now we've got the last Pokemon. Comes out, should be the Magby. Perfect. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this Magby gets hard countered by our Mega Man. Used Confuse Ray, that's unfortunate, but it's fine. We take a lot of hits from this thing. And we just need... And there's a chance that just one Bubble Beam KOs here. Brick Break. Alright, no crit. No crit. Is confused. Don't hurt herself in confusion. There we go. Alright. That's Sting. That was a range, but we're fine. I'm actually going to stay in here, even if we... I'm just going to Aqua Jet. If we get hurt ourselves in confusion and get crit, are we in danger? Let me think. We took... How much was that? 14 damage. I think that's on the higher end of the range. I think we can take 15 plus 1.5. That would be 7. So 15 plus 7, 22. We can take 22 damage from a crit. And how much do we do for hurt ourselves in confusion for? I don't know that off the top of my head. Let me check. Hurt itself in confusion does what? Pokemon has a 50% chance to damage themselves. How much damage? On Gen 8, random damage factor, like normal moves. Yep, it's random damage between typeless move with a base power of 40. I think we're fine. Right? Okay, if we're taking a maximum of 22, that'll be 10. Random move of base power 40 would probably do 10. So I think we actually switch out here, because we're hitting ourselves with it. So, and a perfect... Okay, yeah. And can this Magby do anything to one-shot Helmarock? No, it cannot. So we just shift in Helmarock and Quick Attack, and we're fine. Alright. There's the Brick Break. Shouldn't take hardly any damage, and we Quick Attack. And that should be another trainer done. There we go. Nice. I know. Every trainer is so much scarier in this game, but it's so fun. Alright, that's another one down. Alright, I'm not taking any more steps forwards until I get back and heal all my things. Sail back to Dewford. Alright, now we can start planning our next fight. Just tell me on whenever we set sail again. Perfect, perfect. Alright. Also for the next fight, if we need to, we can look at our Route 109 encounter. I'm just gonna take a quick look at that. What can we get? So it's all fishing or surfing. Doesn't look like we get anything in particular for surfing later on. So we could probably get a fishing encounter right away. Yeah, I think a fishing encounter right away would be good. Yeah. At least on Route 109. So we can get our fishing encounter, that's good. Don't have to worry about that. What does the next battle look like? Let me bring it up before we head out. Next trainer. It's a Fletchender and a Herdier. What can we do against this Fletchender? How well does it do? Aerial Ace does quite a lot, but Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet also does a lot. I think Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet should be fine. So yeah, we lead Clauncher, Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet kills this thing. It's got a Lumberry. How much does a Lumberry... I do not know the berries well enough in this game. What does a Lumberry do? Lumberry... Is that the one... I want to say that it gets rid of... Sleep? Is that... No. Any non-volatile status conditions. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I remember Lumberry, I used that in competitive, so I was like, it's gotta be one of the better berries. So it's got a Lumberry, so we can't do that. It's got Flame Body, which is just a little scary, but I think we'll be fine. Let's just assume that we get burned. How much does that cut our damage? Not a lot, because it's only cutting our physical damage. So we'll be fine with Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet. Okay. So right away, we know Clauncher out front deals with the Fletchender. Next up, we've got a Herdier. What does this thing got? Headbutt, Bite, Ice Fang, Rock Smash, and it's also got a Lumberry, so we're not gonna be doing status conditions to it, at least not easily. Okay. It looks pretty... How does Groddle do? Groddle shouldn't have Absorb. I think Groddle has, like... Or does Groddle still have... I don't remember Groddle's moves now. No, it does still have Absorb. Okay. That's fine. We've got... We could Razor Leaf Absorb. Absorbing isn't doing much. Ice Fang is doing the most damage here at 34%. 18 plus 9... Could be doing up to 27 damage per turn. Which I think it has... On a crit, it would have to double crit, but it could double crit kill. But that seems unlikely. Otherwise, we've got Razor Leaf. We're slower. Oh, is it cut out? It's fine. Probably. I'll save into here. Let me save while I'm worrying about that. If it's... There we go. We've already got one down. There we go. That's saving. Alright, how do we deal with this Herdier? We've got... Fletchender's faster. Okay, so we're gonna have the Clauncher out. What's it gonna use? It's gonna use Headbutt. Can anything tank a Headbutt? Okay, Groddle can tank a Headbutt, and then it will use Ice Fang, which is a little bit better for us. Actually, that turns it into a 4-hit KO, or at least a range. So I think we Groddle and then go to Fletchender. Fletchender outspeeds, which is nice. We've got Aerial Ace, Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace. We 3-hit KO this thing every time, right? 30, 60, 90, 4, 8, 12, yeah. So, Aerial Ace always 3-hit KOs, whereas we'll have taken 1, 2... We'll take 1 on the switch in, 1 on turn 1, 1 on turn 2. So we'll take 3 hits. Can we survive 3 hits? If one of them is from an Ice Fang. If we take 13, 21, so it's 42 plus 13. What's 42 plus 13? More than 53. Okay. So max rolls on Ice Fang, Headbutt, Headbutt don't work out in our favor. But we can always just switch after that to something that can deal with it. Rookie D Speed Ties. I don't love that. How well does Horsey do here? At level 17? Bubble Beam. We're out damaging it. Can it do... But we're not outspeeding, even at level 17. Not without Rain. Alright, what about Twister? I assume that that's not going to do more damage, no. Alright. So we've got Horsey can come in. We can't take 2 hits, though, if it crits. And it might flinch, so we're... Oh, I don't love that, so Horsey can't really come in and counter it very well. How about this? What if Clauncher sticks out for a turn? So if Clauncher... So let's say this. We Clauncher Bubble Beams, then Aqua Jets. We've taken 1 Aerial Ace at that point, so we're at 60% health. Alright, so we're at 28 health. Let's say that's the case. We're out here. How much can we do max? Max, Herdier can do 45. On a crit, 21 plus half is 10, so 31. So if we take max damage from Aerial Ace, we can't leave Herdier in, but if we take... We'll have to look at this. If we take, say, 5... Aerial Ace can do 18 damage, yeah? Yeah. So if we take 15 damage instead, and we're at 31, what does that put us in for range of Herdier? If we're at 31, we're still dead to max roll crit. Alright, so no matter what, we can't leave Clauncher in. Okay. So, Fletchender can almost deal with this Herdier, but only if it doesn't crit. So we will at some point be switching into Groddle, I think, to take a Headbutt, and it can take a Headbutt better than anything else. And then we Razor Leaf. Okay. So here's the plan. Clauncher into... No, because we wanted... What did we want exactly? Okay, I see what the plan was. We want to send in Groddle so that it will Ice Fang. But just the same Lotad can be our final thing to deal the last bit of damage once Fletchender's in. So, we Clauncher down the Fletchender. Theoretically, we then switch out into Groddle, which takes a Headbutt, and then we switch into Fletchender, which takes an Ice Fang. At that point, is it guaranteed to be an Ice Fang? 26. There is a small chance that it could still use Headbutt, that would be fine. Just because the damage calcs overlap. But that's okay, because if we bring Fletchender in, it Aerial Aces. Hopefully we can get just one Aerial Ace off after an Ice Fang Headbutt. And then we switch to Lombre, which can fake out Mega Drain. Alright. I like this line. I think we're good. Let's go. This just basically... The only thing we have to do is set Mega Man to be out front. Alright. Planning phase is over. Let's do this. There we go. Let's skip. Alright. Okay, yeah, they really do they're just hiding everywhere. These small children. That was real mean. Funny, though. Okay, so our plan was just Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet. Aerial Ace, we knew that. No crit, that's huge. Actually, that was minimum roll, too. And Fletchender's speed fell. Okay. Fletchender's super fast, so that doesn't matter, but we do get to Aqua Jet now for free. Alright. And we're flame-bodied. Okay. Only good thing about that is that it means we have to switch to our second part of our plan. Intimidate. Yup. That's okay. That's okay. So we just... It's going to Headbutt, right? Almost certainly. Yeah, it actually is. It's forced to Headbutt here. We switch in Terror to tank the Headbutt. Then it's going to Ice Fang and we switch to Helmarock. If we're wrong, dang. No, wait, this was actually right here. This was what I meant. We could... Against here. So we're at 39. Max damage with Ice Fang. This thing is doing 20 odd damage. So we can take one turn here to use a Razor Leaf. And then we switch after this. Just don't get frozen. That would be unfortunate. Nope. No freeze. Alright. Now at this point we are in max roll crit range. So we switch out. To Helmarock, which can tank the Ice Fang the best. Flame Body, that's huge. But it's got the Lumberry, so that's less huge. I forgot, I'm like... Okay, that's okay though, because we can just start Aerial Acing. We should be good. One. Flame Body for a second time, wow. Okay. Let me put that in. How does this... It's burned. Now it can't do damage to us. Fun fact there. So yeah, we just get to Aerial Ace and kill this now. There we go. Defeated Tuber Lola. Nice. Now we're back off. Oh, back to healing. Alright, that's another one down. what do we have next up? Let me put it over. Our next trainer is Sailor Edmund. Let's actually see how many Poke trainers are there on this route. We've got Tuber Chandler, Tuber Lola. We've got Sailor Edmund, Fisherman Bill, and Tuber Ricky, and Tuber Haley. Okay, so we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 people left on this route. So we're gonna have back-to-back battles against Sailor Edmund and then Fisherman Bill. Doesn't look like they're like forced back-to-back, but you know what I mean. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the next battle shouldn't be that bad. The reason I'll say why I said what I said in just a second. The next battle looks pretty good. It's a Wingull, a Weasel, and a Palpitoad. Nothing like good Pokemon, but nothing amazing. I will say that they've got some it's a Rain Dance team. So we just have to bring our Swift Swim Pokemon to counter their Swift Swim Pokemon, but that's fine. The thing that I said after that is you can see like this team here, like a Wingull with Oranberry. It's got Rain Dance, which is going to set up, right? Aqua, yeah. All this. What I was noticing is that the next trainer has a bunch of bug types. All of them have choice bands. Or choice specs. It's just a full choice team. Which is hilarious. To put on a bunch of bugs. Like, this is the platonic, and just one move. This is the platonic ideal of the bug-type trainers. This is what every bug-type trainer aspires to be. Oh, that's hilarious. And it's Fisherman Bill, so that's all his bait. That's cool. Alright. Well, while we're back here, though, let's get healed up. Alright. Alright, but before that, we've got to deal with a Wingull, a Weasel, and then all of them in rain. I'm not excited about the rain here. Okay. What does our team... Oop. Wrong button. What does our team look like? Fisherman Bill, I know! It's happening. There we go. Alright. What is our... So this thing's got Mega Launcher, which boosts Pulse type moves. That's fine. We've got Swift Swim on a Platypus with 22 speed. Unfortunately, all of their Swift Swim Pokemon have a higher base speed than our Swift Swim, I think. Let's check. Horsey has 25 base speed, which is still worse than their Palpitoad. I'm just gonna put the calculator up. So yeah, their team is fast, unfortunately. We've got nothing that can one-shot their Wingull, so they're getting Rain Up. I'm gonna open the doc that quickly says like what moves they want to use when. The AI document. There we go. For Run and Bun. I assume Rain Dance is gonna be pretty high priority. It doesn't see... Just weather. They died of secondary damage after. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking for... It's just Rain Dance, right? Electric Psychic, Grassy Mystery Terrain. It's reasonable. When does it want to use Rain Dance? General setup. So like Dragon Dance Conline. Never set up. Players unaware they will never set up. Yeah. Dragon Dance. Owl, Sharpen, Meditate, Hone. Yeah. Defensive setup. Yeah. What about, Calm Mind, Debility, Rock Polish, Atomic... No, I'm looking for... Sorry, I'm just reading through this document trying to find Rain Dance. or any of the weather setters. That's recovery moves. Nope. Switch AI, all damaging moves. Okay. Damaging attacks, future sight, relic sonic, circumferential pursuit, roll up, blah blah blah. I don't see anything about weather here. Actually, does it just have... One sec. What is this thing's abilities? We've got hydration. Swift swim, swift swim. Okay. So, hydration, don't use water moves. If possible. Huh. I wonder if we can wait out Rain Dance? Because it's got Rain Dance. Why doesn't the AI say... What does it say about... Terrain Extender? I don't see anything about when it chooses to set up rain. I'm just going to assume it's going to set up rain if it doesn't see a kill. That seems like the obvious answer. So, I guess we'll have to see about that, but assuming that that is a true statement, let's see what we can do about it. This Wingull is outsped and two-shotted by our Fletchender, which is nice. Let's see. And after Rain Dance, both of them outspeed, but none of them one-shot. So I think it'll just go in turn order. Outspeed and do more damage than they take, yes. This should be... How does Swift Swim work? Is it double speed? Swift Swim. Speed stat is doubled. Okay. So it's going to be double speed, so it's going to be 28. Plus 2. Yep. So at 56, it outspeeds and deals more damage. Alright. So it could be either of them, because it could be either of them, it's going to be Weasel, because it'll go in turn order if they're equal. That being said, what can we do with this? We've got a Water Pulse, can go into Lombre super well, and we can fake out Mega Drain, and there's nothing that Weasel can do about that. Sonic Boom is always going to do... How much is it? 20? That looks like 20 damage. It's 39. Yeah. So it's always, if you click the rain in the calculator, it will automatically do the Swift Swim speed. Oh, thank you. I didn't think about that. Appreciated. Yeah, assuming that there's rain. And there's also, yeah. So, Sonic Boom here. If we need to, we could also put like a berry on Lombre just to give it an electric type move. I don't remember what berry is that. Natural Gift. Natural Gift is such a weird move. I did not know about it. Apparently Natural Gift is just a move that like changes depend on what berry you're holding. So this Lotad has stupid coverage options right now. But I know that we've got Pecha Berries, so we can have a 60 base power electric type move if we need. Which might be useful here. I think that Mega Drain's better, but let's just say that we were holding a Pecha. Natural Gift is better. think we fake out Pecha Berry Natural Gift, the Weasel, after taking a Water Pulse. And we take a Sonic Boom just fine. And then comes out the Palpitoad. Luckily, the Palpitoad is going to try and use Sludge, which we will switch to Clauncher to tank, and then we will switch to Groddle to take the Mud Shot, and then we just do all of the 1,000,000% damage with Razor Leaf. Alright, I like this plan. We just need a Pecha Berry back onto Lombre to make this work, and then I think we're good. And plan was to deal with the Wingull, we outspeed and two-shot it with Aerial Ace. Okay, so switching out Helmarock out front to two-shot with Aerial Ace. Then we... Yep, because it's got no priority. Then we bring in the Lotad against the Weasel. Wait, is Platypus still holding a Pecha? No, it's holding a Cherry Berry. So we've got to switch that. We've got to give it Pecha Berry. Switch the two items? Yes. Now it's holding a Pecha Berry. So that'll give it an electric type move. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. That'll give it an 80 base power electric type move. That is insane. Wow, Natural Gift is such a weird and cool move. Okay. So now with that, we should be good to go. I'm just gonna save real quick. And then we'll head right out. Alright, on to dealing with the Sailor. Perfect, perfect. Slateport, yeah. Nope, I don't want to go right back. Wrong button. Alright, let's get this. We've also got a Route 109 encounter we can get, but I think I'm holding off on that for a minute yet. Just because we haven't needed it yet. Alright, so this is the Sailor here. Make sure that our Pokemon holding a Pecha Berry. Yep. It's got Natural Gift and Fake Out. Got our Helmarock out front. Okay, and going over the plan, it was Helmarock the Wingull, Lotad comes out, Fake Out, Natural Gifts the Weasel. Then, to deal with the Sludge, we bring in Clauncher, and then to deal with the Mudshot, we bring in Groddle, and Groddle kills, even after Mudshot Sludge crits. Okay, now that I've said it out loud, let's watch it happen. This guy's gonna drunkenly battle with us, dang. Hope we cannot lose to a drunk guy. That would look bad. Alright, Aerial Ace, and I assume rain... Crit! I don't think that changes anything, actually. Okay, one sec. Let me just make sure that having no Rain Dance here... Okay, so yeah, this can only be good. The only thing I'm worried about is that it might bring out Palpitoad now, just because Palpitoad's got Rain Dance as well. But I think we're fine. Well, no rain now. Which means we still outspeed this Weasel. But we still die to a crit, too, so... Is that true? 25 plus 13? No, what's the... 38 plus... what is that? 15 plus 4... 19... 37 plus 20 is 57. No, yeah, we died to a crit still from Water Pulse. Alright. So we still on the same plan. Okay, and it does send out the Weasel. Okay. Now we tank Water Pulse perfectly with a Platypus. No damage. Perfect. Confused. That sucks. But it's fine. We fake out. Ooh. Okay. Okay, yeah, now we're straight up dead to this thing. Okay. Well, we know it's gonna Sonic Boom, because that's what it sees kills. So what do we want to bring into this thing's Sonic Boom? Oh, that's so annoying. I think... Alright. Yeah, this was the flaw with the plan, but I was kind of hoping that it would be fine, but it isn't, so... how do we deal with this? Alright. Back steering time. We've currently got a low Ted with 20 HP out against this Weasel. This Weasel's gonna click Sonic Boom because it kills, and nothing else does. Luckily, when does it use Pursuit? I'm sure it's not going to, but it's fine. What deals with this Weasel? So, what can tank a Sonic Boom and deal with this Weasel? How well... You don't take it well, but you don't take it poorly either. We can bring Horsey in to Bubble Beam once. Horsey wasn't part of the plan, so that's fine. And then switch out, so that's a good 30% damage average on it. Where are we finding the next 30%? We can take a Sonic Boom, but then not a Water Pulse with Rookie D, so Rookie D is a no-go. How well can Clauncher take a Sonic Boom and everything else? Okay, so it can take 2 Sonic Booms as well. So we can bring in Clauncher to Bubble Beam, dealing another 30, so that's 60% damage. And then we bring in Groddle. Groddle with Razor Leaf does the rest of the damage. Okay, so we Horsey, Bubble Beam, Clauncher, Bubble Beam, and then come in with Groddle. The problem is now, how well does the Groddle deal with the Palpitoad? The Palpitoad is faster, and so that's a problem. We can't be crit, though, so that's good. So we can actually calculate exactly how much damage will be on... Well, it'll just be 40 damage, right? So we'll be at 12, because we can't be crit, and it will go for... Yeah. So Sludge always kills, and it's faster. So now we have to do something that deals with this Palpitoad. After taking a Sludge... What can tank a Sludge? Oh, that's annoying. Ooh, okay. We know it's going to Sludge because it sees a kill, and that's better than Rain Dance. Then, if we know that Lombre does not outspeed, though. Lombre's too slow. Okay, so that doesn't work. But Lombre can Fake Out. But that's not useful. Okay. Clauncher can actually tank the Sludge pretty well, but will have taken, yeah, 2... I think at this point, 2 Sonic Booms from the... Yeah. So that's a no-go. How much is Sludge doing? Sludge is doing 8 to 10, and we'll be at 16. So... But we still don't outspeed with Clauncher. Alright. So... Sludge is always killing. After taking 2... So it's gonna use Sludge. Can anything switch in? We'll still have Fletchender at full health to tank a Sludge. And there's a small chance that it can take a Sludge Bubble Beam. But it can tank... At what point does it want to use Mud Shot? It wants to use Mud Shot against Horsey, but I think Horsey's too low at this point to switch it in at any point. If it ever uses Rain Dance, we're fine. Sweet, that's just extra damage. I think it'll actually use Rain Dance against Fletchinder, because it sees that it's slower, and it knows it will be faster after Rain Dance. So I'm guessing that we can actually double Aerial Ace Quick Attack with Fletchinder to kill this thing. That's what I'm going to say is our plan. Okay, so how do we kill this Weasel again? Our plan was to Horsey, Bubble Beam, Clauncher, Bubble Beam, Grottle. Okay. We've got this, we've got this. Sonic Boom, that's what we expected, and we survive at 1 HP. Terrifying, but it's guaranteed because of Sonic Boom's effect. Now, we go to Clauncher. Gosh, that's a terrifying number. It has Pursuit. It has Pursuit. Yep, I knew that, and I knew that it would click it. I didn't think about that, though. That sucks. Will we win the battle now? Because Clauncher is at full health and can solo now. Not like that. Alright, Sonic Boom. Razor Leaf. Actually, can we absorb here? Can we afford to absorb? What's it at? Okay, that sucks. Yep. It's fine, though. We have to get out of the battle, and then we can deal with the ramifications of losing Horsey. Gosh, that sucks. Kingdra's so good. Okay, can't deal with that now, though. What's the minimum that Absorb can do? Absorb, minimum can do 16. I think Absorb is the way to go here. But does that even help us? No. No, it doesn't. So we Razor Leaf, just in case. No. Yeah. Now we've got the Palpitoad. Okay. This thing sees a kill with Sludge. It's going to use Sludge. Ah, that sucks. Well, it's okay. We knew that this is the hardest ROM hack. I'm not expecting to win this whole run. It's just getting used to it is a lot. So. But as far as we can get, I'd love to die to the first gym at least. Yeah. Okay. Plan was to switch in Helmarock here. Because it's going to use Sludge, and it can tank a Sludge and a Bubble Beam decently. But more than that, it can outspeed, so I think it'll go for speed control. So I think we can Aerial Ace here a few times. Aerial Ace, Quick Attack. Sludge, no poison. Okay. And it does go for... Okay, so now we've got In the Rain. Alright, that's what we were hoping for. Now it's going to use Bubble Beam. Here we can go, I believe, into Mega Man. Mega Man's currently at 26. Having only taken one of the expected 2 Sonic Booms. It tanks a Bubble Beam in the Rain pretty well. How well? Taking 11 damage. We can deal like 50 to 50%. And then we can Aqua Jet. So we're slower, but between Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet, we win. Just no weird, just no status. Rain continues to fall, yep. Now it's going to Mud Shot, which can lower accuracy, but it shouldn't. We're fine here. How much can this do? Max roll 13. That's 7. 13 plus 7 is 20. No crit. Yeah, we have to risk crit. That's okay. Speed fell, that's fine. Alright, and now we've got a guaranteed Aqua Jet. Alright. Alright. Positive attitudes. Let's see what we can do. Finally out. Now we run away like a coward. Back to our back to the Poké Center. We're definitely picking up our Route 109 counter. There is like a small chance that like it's better to save that for the late game. I'll be honest, this run isn't making it to the late game. This is practice. So what we're gonna do is catch our Route 109 encounter right away. Wait, we gotta put away Horsey. Yep. Let's draw Pokemon. Who do we want on our team? We can actually give probably Spheal. Spheal seems better in this upcoming. Water Ice is very good. And we've also can give it the Never Melt Ice. For this actually this next fight, Spheal is gonna be very good. Item, take the item off of that. We're gonna give... What moves do you even have? I haven't hardly looked at you. Are your IVs good? Good attack, bad defense, bad speed. Good to know. Okay. It's got Growl, Water Gun, Powder Snow, Rollout. Pretty decent. Let's start leveling you up. I know that there's, like, baiting, but I think this early in the game, like, baiting out moves isn't useful. What was that? Ice Ball? That seems good. A 5-turn attack that gains power on successive hits. Okay, so that's Ice-type rollout. Powder Snow is special. May cause freezing. Ooh, Ice Ball might be, like, our only out in some case. And I think that that's better than Growl. We've got other things that can have Growl. Ice Ball doesn't seem good, but it seems better. 12, 13... Moves Charm. Okay, Charm, what does that do exactly? Charms the foe and sharply reduces its attack. Okay. Well, now now I think we immediately then lose Ice Ball for Charm, because Ice Ball just doesn't have the accuracy. I don't like 90 accuracy. That sounds terrible. And Charm sharply reducing attack seems very good. If we need to do move relearn at some point, that's fine. 14, 15, 16, 17. Wants to learn Brine. Brine seems very good. Water Gun is 40, special attack. Brine is 65, does double damage to foes with half HP. That's huge. Yeah, so that's just better in every way than Water Gun. Except for PP, but that's fine. There we go. Heal up, we'll save, and then we'll start planning out the next fight. I think this next fight should actually be pretty easy. Yep. There we go. So, we've got Fisherman Bill. These things all have choice bands. But I think that Spheal might actually one-shot all of them at level 17 with Never Melt Ice and Powder Snow. No, it doesn't. Dang. Spheal kind of sucks, I guess. I'm sure it'll get better, but that's unfortunate. Wonder if Snorunt does better. Alright, I might have to take a second and put... I'm gonna actually take a second right now and put the proper, like, the Pokemon that we actually have into the Nuzlocke calculator. Like, some of these, like, one, I've got to take Horsey out and give these guys all the right stats and moves. I think that only means adding Snorunt and Spheal, so I'm just gonna take a second to do that real quick. Okay. The Run and Bun box. Okay. We've still got Fletchender, Rookie, Spheal is level 8. Held item. How do I put in held items? What's the... Okay, one sec. I've got to open another thing. Got to open Showdown so that I know what the format is for how to give something a held item. Held item goes just at the item. Okay. That's how you put it in. Sorry, this is a little bit boring because you can't see it. I'm just putting in all of the items. It should just be the one at never melt ice. What is the actual syntax on that? Never melt ice. It's just spelled like that. Okay. What to do? And is that actually how it's supposed to be? Yep. Okay. So we've got that. Lombre, Horsey, I'm just gonna take off. Lotad is gonna take off. And now we've got a new Pokemon, a Snorunt. Female. I'm just gonna give it never melt ice. And the calculator, its ability is... What's its ability? Pokemon summary. What are your abilities? Inner Focus. That's actually pretty good. Is this the Inner Focus? I think this was before Inner Focus dealt with Intimidate, but that's fine. Alright, Inner Focus. It's Bashful Nature. It's level, I'm just going to put it at 16. Perfect. What else can we do? What is it? Bashful Nature. And its moves. Okay. Let's actually bring this thing out and level it all the way up. Since what's going to be bad in this upcoming fight? We want the birds, and it's all bug types. So we want the birds. Is that correct? What else? What is there? What's that last one? Blip bug? Yeah, it's all bug types. Bug poison. That's fine. So I guess we don't really want the grass types. If possible. So Lotad's probably staying behind. Actually, Lotad outspeed, so that might be useful. Oh wait, they've all only got bug type moves. Okay. And Lotad might be one-shot by some of them. Alright, so we ideally want something, because these things all... Okay. Crazy. So we'll have Spheal, and we'll have... Who's just real bad? The only one that's real... Actually, do we have the ability to give you a fire-type move? Natural Gift? Cherry Berry, yeah. We can give this thing Cherry Berry and make Lotad real good. So if you're holding a Cherry Berry... How... Nope, Natural Gift isn't better than, like, other moves. Okay, so Lotad staying behind. Snorunt is coming with. Okay, let's level Snorunt up so that we can figure out what its moves are going to be. Ice Shard is huge. Priority Icy Wind. That's great in double battles and drops speed. 55, 100% accurate. I don't remember Icy Wind being 100% accurate. They might have changed that. May cause freezing versus attack that lowers the foe's speed. Bites with Vicious Fangs, 60. No. Yeah, Icy Wind seems very good. Attack that may shock the foe into flinching. Is Astonish just worse than Bite? Because Snorunt isn't a ghost type until way later, and Astonish isn't that good. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of Astonish for Icy Wind. Okay. Alright. So now we know this thing's moves as well. So let's go through and put summary for you. What do you have for IVs? Literally worst speed ever, but other than that, fine. No defense. Alright. So let's keep putting in this thing's stats on its move. Well, first I'm going to do its moves. Powder Snow. Icy Wind. Bite. Ice Shard. Next up. What else do we have? We've got... 17, and we've got to put in their IVs. Okay, so this thing's IVs are as follows. 17 HP. Um, 10 attack. Sec. Something. Oh, I see what's happened. Alright. 10 attack. 3 defense. 19 special attack. What is that? 9 special defense. And how much was it? 0 speed. Alright, now let's put that into the calculator. This should be everybody's correct stats now, except for you, Sfeel. Why aren't you correct? Try that again. It's because I didn't update it in the document. Okay. Try that again. Control C, Control V, import. Okay. Lotad's off the team. Alright. So, now we've got Sfeel doing a pretty good job against most of this team. Unfortunately, it's outsped by everything. But actually, fortunately, with Icy Wind, with Snorunt, Icy Wind, and then looks like just Icy Wind, Icy Wind. It's pretty good against most of these. They just barely outspeed. Okay, let's actually see here. How well? Aerial Ace? Oh, just barely as a range. Okay, we'll kill the second. Might kill. Okay. Aerial Ace super works against these last ones. Why? Yeah, these things just... Actually, it just looks like Fletchender wins this fight by a lot. I think Fletchender Quick Attack KOs all of these. There was not a need to do even a little bit of the planning. Yeah, fully Fletchender. I'm just like double checking the math here, but like yeah, Struggle Bug types are real bad against fire, flying, and these things all have Struggle Bug or Bug Bite, and Choice Specs, Choice Band. Yeah. Okay, well I guess that makes that easy. Aerial Ace for the win. Over and over and over again. When we need to. Rookie D is a good thing to bring in. Most of the team outspeeds, and Sfeel and Clauncher can deal with the last one if we need to, or with the Blip Bug. But I think that we're just fine to keep Fletchender out this whole time. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna double check the where you can find the items just to make sure that there isn't anything I can give Helmarok to guarantee that we never take any damage even. I'm just gonna double check the documentation and then we're off. Where is the item locations? Yes. Route 104. Those are heart scales. Rare candies. Don't care about that. We're not using those yet. Evolution items. That's fine. Everstone might be useful, but not right now. Held items. Okay. Alright. Okay, turns out the answer is there's nothing that we can get yet, except for, if we go into one of these houses, we can just grab a silk scarf. What does that do for us? I don't remember what Silk Scarf does off the top of my head. I was thinking of Choice Scarf. Silk Scarf. Introduce boost normal type. Okay, boost normal type moves. That's not super helpful. Oop, didn't mean to pin that. There we go. Wrong buttons. Okay. So, we can grab the Silk Scarf, but I don't think that that's helpful. But I think that, yeah, there's nothing we can grab yet to guarantee that Helmarok has an easier time. I do think, though, that we give Slushy the Never Melt Ice, just because Slushy can wall a little better. Slushy's a little tankier. Alright. With that, I think we're good to go. We'll go grab the Silk Scarf real quick, and then we'll do this next fight. Alright, are you gonna give me the Silk Scarf? Yes, you are. Nice. That's cool. Let's save one last time, and then let's get going. Alrighty. Hoping that this will go well. I think it should. Alright. Okay. Now we fight this guy. Am I sure that I'm ready? As I can be. Let's go. Alright. Sent out Caterpie. Okay, Aerial Ace. Just one shot. There we go. Crit. I don't think we needed that, but I'll take it. Maybe we did. Maybe that was a low roll crit. Weedle. Nice. What comes out next? Wurmple. So it's just going in team order. That's a good sign. This is one of the ones that we can low roll on. And we're not punished. Put it up full screen there. Scatterbug. Okay. Now, Scatterbug should be fine. Scatterbug, okay, so this one, we're actually almost certainly not going to kill. The other ones were like, the 5% rate, like, the lowest possible roll. This one's like half the rolls don't kill. So that's, yeah, that's what we expected. I'm just gonna quick attack here. Basically just cuz. I don't think it had, yeah, it's only got Bug Bait, and they're all choice items, but. And then Blipbug. Blipbug is on the other end of the spectrum of rolls, because this thing always takes at least 130% damage from Aerial Ace. And a crit for no reason. There we go. Just styling on him. Take that, Bill. That was all the bait I had with me. Now I gotta run to the Poké Center. There we go. Relatively easy fight. Alright. Got that down. What's up next? I think we're about halfway through this area. What else do we have? Who's the next trainer? We've got Tuber Ricky and Tuber Haley. Tuber Ricky leads with a pretty scary. I'm gonna back up the calculator now. Get everybody up to speed. What are we at? 43. There we go. Okay, so it's Apom, Silk Scarf, Runaway, Poison Point, Black Sludge, Nidorino, and a Luxio with a Lumbarian Intimidate. Let's see, Howl is good, Bite is good, Double Kick is good, Spark is good, Sand Attack, Double Kick, Poison Tail, Venoshock. Okay, this Nidorino could be super scary if it gets a poison off, and it doesn't look like anything we have one-shots it. And this Apom is also real scary, and we don't have anything that one-shots it, which is real unfortunate, because we definitely would if we still had Timber. But we don't. So, we'll make the best of what we have. This Apom is fast, but not as fast as Fletchinder. Fletchinder... Okay, so it's got Fake Out, but then it's just doing damage with double hit. Let's see. We'll assume... Actually... Okay, no, it's not raining. So I'm like, wait a second. Does does Lombre do well here? No. Okay. So we've got Fletchinder, Aerial Ace, Quick Attack kills. We don't die to Fake Out double hit, do we? No. 20, 30... Plus 40 is 70, plus 20, no. I think even, like, we'd have to get, like, max roll triple crit, to be killed by this Apom. So that's not gonna happen. So we just Aerial Ace, Quick Attack. and that always kills the Fletchender. We'll add the Silk Scarf to Fletchender just to make sure the Quick Attack does a little bit of extra damage. Will that... How much does that matter? Enough that it will put it on. Okay. Next up, I assume... What does... None of them outspeed. Alright, and it looks like, actually... the Luxio gets destroyed by our Grottle, which is good. What it doesn't get destroyed by is... Let's see. Spark takes damage, but Spark deals more damage than it takes, and is slower. And Nidorino doesn't. So we're actually I think almost certainly the Luxio is going to come out here and try and kill. Okay. It'll use a random move to kill, just because Fletchender should be very low, I think. Or at least worst case scenario, it uses random moves, so we have to be prepared for anything. But I think we switch in here, tanking basically anything, especially the Sparkwell, and then we can just, you know, Razor Leaf Absorb. Razor Leaf Absorb. Always kills. 40, 80, yeah. So Razor Leaf Absorb. And then we've got this Nidorino. It'll use Venoshock, it says. Maybe Poison Tail. Either way, what do we do against that? Well, we've got, like, our whole team. Intimidate on the Luxio yet? No, only because the Luxio will only intimidate the Fletchender, and then we'll come in with the Grottle. So the Grottle shouldn't be intimidated. Yeah. I did think about that, yes, but we'll be fine there. Okay, where was... So, we'll have to switch out the Grottle, though, on the Nidorino. It'll use Venoshock, probably, and it might use Poison Tail. Is that true? Yeah, the ranges are that it will probably use Venoshock, but it might use Poison Tail, and it might be incentivized to use Poison Tail because it's got a chance to poison. So, we'll switch into... We should have half of our team left at this point. We, again, don't want to bring Lombre, because Lombre doesn't do well into that. So, we've got Snorunt can come in, take a Poison Tail, but then can't take a double kick. And neither can Spheal after taking a Poison Tail. So we've got Rookie D, which doesn't do well against Venoshock, and Clauncher. Clauncher does decently, especially if it's Venoshock. That would be great. Because we could Bubble Beam. Yeah, we can... Clauncher can go 1 for 1. And... then we can just start going down the line, and, like... I know everything's gonna take a little bit of damage, but... We'll just have to hope that something at some point doesn't get crit. Oh no, that's not a good, though. Okay. If we bring in Lotad on a double kick, it can probably survive a Poison Tail, and it can fake out Mega Drain. So we might actually bring... we might actually be bringing Lombre to this fight, just because Snorunt and Spheal die too much to double kick, especially Snorunt. So I think we're not going to be bringing Snorunt to this fight, and we're going to be bringing Lotad to do, like, the final bit of damage that we need to this Nidorino, even though Poison Tail is terrifying. Because we can fake out Mega Drain, and even though... or fake out Bubble, and even though that's not doing much damage, it's doing something. Actually, we don't need the Silk Scarf here. If we could have the Silk Scarf on the Lombre, that would be just a little bit of extra damage. Yeah, not much, but... Well, okay. That could be useful. Okay, so I think we've got our plan. We're leaving Snorunt, we're bringing Lombre, we're leading with Fletchender into the APOM. Fletchender 1v1's APOM, Grottle comes in and hard counters the Luxio, and then once Nidorino comes in, we go to Clauncher, stay in for as long as we can with Clauncher, deal damage, then switch to Lombre, stay in for as long as we can and deal damage. If necessary, I don't want to sack anything. Just straight up, I can't, there's nothing to sack left. We've every Pokemon that has died has been the one that we can sack. So, we're gonna go get our Route 109 encounter I forgot about. So, in case that one's bad, we can bring that to sack. Let's head off and do that now. But go leave Snorunt behind and bring Lombre. Okay. It's gonna be a water type, so we'll have Lombre in front. Okay. Let's go. Cheap viewers. Nope. We only have quality viewers here. There we go. Alright, and we're fishing. Alright, what do we got? Krabby. Krabby's fine. It's kind of a lack of reaction, but Krabby's, yeah, fine. I'm not ecstatic, but I'm not sad. Level 8 Krabby. How well can that deal, though, with a Lotad? Mega Drain, like, super kills. Fake Out should just do some damage. So that would be great. Let's Fake Out, and then... Flinches, cool. And I don't think I want to Bubble, because that can do, like, 60% damage. Oh, wait, no, it can't. No, I'm gonna Bubble. Alright, now let's throw a Pokeball at it. Cool. Take that. Yeah, what are we gonna name you? What is a good name for Krabby? This one's for sure got a lot. We could do... What's a pun that we can do? We could name him Krusty, just as he's a crustacean. That's fine. We could go for... I don't know, Mr. Krabs is kind of obvious, I feel like. What do we have that's good? I'm gonna say... I don't know, I like Krusty. Unless anybody's got a cool idea in the chat. Okay. Okay, it's good. It's a good name. Krusty's going to the box. Naming brain isn't on today, I know. Mine is not either. There's no naming to be happening today. What was our plan to be out front? We wanted Helmarock out front, and we want a silk scarf on a platypus. That's not a sentence people have said very often. What do we got? Defog, Rock Blast. I don't think either of those are helpful. Cool. Okay, yeah, so that kid's gonna come fight us. For sure. What does this sign say? Pokemon at the same level may not always have identical stats. Okay, yeah, that's just the actual sign. I don't think that there are any non-mandatory fights in this game, so I think we're actually guaranteed to fight this kid, yeah. What have I done? Apparently, if you walk into this exact spot, you get to do a double battle. Oh no! Hey, 5 hours into attempt 2 of Pokemon Run and Bun. Who's ready to watch us lose? Oh no! Oh, it's so bad. It's gonna be so bad. Winnable, winnable. Um. Okay. Let's bring it up. Okay. What was our... Who did we have in second space? Who was in spot 2? Do you remember who I had in spot 2? Here, actually, it doesn't matter. We can't do anything. We'll just start the battle and see who's up here, and it's fine. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're doing doubles. There's just... Okay. Calc time. Who do we have? Okay. Well... Fun fact. I think we leave the Apom out front. Okay, what does this Mienfoo have? Has it got Fake Out? It doesn't have Fake Out. It's got Helping Hand. Oh, this thing. Her whole team is just here to deal with... Oh, no, okay. Okay, it's fine. I'm not dealing with a Nidorine. Okay, so actually... What we're gonna have here... Okay. Does Razor Leaf hit both? I think it does, right? Razor Leaf... yeah, it hits both opponents. Okay. How much are we taking from... Okay, it's almost certainly going to Fake Out. Who's it going to Fake Out? Probably the faster Mon. And then Apom's going to... What's worst case scenario? Worst case scenario, we Force Palm. It's going to Rock Tomb and Fake Out Fletchender. That would be our worst case scenario. Luckily, we've got Grotle out to just deal lots of damage. Razor Leaf. Oh wait, yeah, no. Alright, what else do we have? Do we have anything else that hits multiple... Okay. We've got Lombre can come out and Fake Out a couple of times. That's good. Okay. Our plan here should be to focus down one of them. Now, we know Fletchender actually does... Okay, we've got Fletchender out. The problem is that Fletchender for sure dies here. To... Fake Out and what I assume is Rock Tomb. Okay, okay, now I have to bring up, how does the AI move double battles work? AI document time. This is scary. Okay. What do we have? It's not going to recover. It's probably going to fake out. That's fine. And then what's the Mienfu going to do? Helping Hand? It would be great if it Helping Handed. Helping Hand or Follow Me. +6. AI will not use either of these moves if their partner is also using this move, or their partner is using a status move. Alright, so it's +6. How much damage does... What is the likelihood that it'll use a move? So common scores to be aware of. Highest damaging move is +6 or +8. Slow kill is +9 or +11. Nothing kills. Straight up. Unless... See, speed ties is them being faster. Okay. Switch AI... That's not a thing. All damaging moves. AI will roll a random damage roll for all of its attacking moves. The highest damage move gets the following score. +6 most of the time, and sometimes a +8 about 20% of the time. Multiple moves kill, then they are all considered the highest damaging move and all get this score. If a damaging move kills, it gets +6 if it's faster, and if it's slower, it gets +3. If AI has Moxie, or Beast Boost, or Chilling Neigh, or Grim Neigh, it's additional +1. Okay. If a damaging move has a high crit and is super effective on the target, no, none of that applies. Okay. So it's +6. It's about equally likely to use Helping Hand or Rock Tomb here. Next up, how... Damaging priority moves. How do we determine Fake Out? Fake Out. If it's the Aemon's first turn and not targeting Shield Dust, so it's gonna Fake Out. How does double battles work? How do double battles work? How does it choose which Pokemon? Brief summary about Run and Bun, and honestly just general. Okay. The AI will calculate a score for every move and choose the highest score move to click on any given turn. If multiple moves have the same score, it randomly selects between one of them. So I think the Mienfu has a small chance to use Helping Hand, which would be great, obviously. In double battles, the AI will calculate a score for each of its moves on each possible target and choose the highest scoring move plus target. Okay, so the Mienfu is not going to... Actually, the Mienfu doesn't see a kill on Grottle. So it'll actually just... The Mienfu doesn't see a kill on Fletchinder, and it doesn't see a kill on Grottle. So there's a chance that it will go for Force Palm on Grottle or Helping Hand on Fake Out. And I think if not, we have to use the Fletchinder. Lose the Fletchinder here. If it goes... If Ambipom, I assume... How does the Fake Out... What? I just looked at this. What was the Fake Out AI? That's okay. It's very... It's actually getting more unlikely by the moment. And we actually know that Ambipom is going to use Fake Out on... I assume... Yeah. It's going to use Fake Out on Helmarock, but if it doesn't, that's great. Let's see. The best case scenario involves us aerial acing the Mienfu, and then we just Razor Leaf. Okay. Fake out, that's unfortunate. Force Bomb, that was possible, and Paralyzed, that's not good. At full parried. Shoot. That's okay though, because now we kill the Mienfu. Which is good. And do we bring in either anybody else here? We know Flaffy would be great to keep Groddle out. Nidorino, we've only got Fletchender to deal with it. Really, and kind of Rookie D. Clauncher does fine here, but not against the electric types. We need to get rid of the electric types so that our water types can actually do stuff. Terror having the paralysis really sucks, but I think we're just going to have to make do and keep him out for a little bit. Hopefully he'll just absorb hits. We can Razor Leaf. Kill, that's good. I'm just gonna leave this up from now on. There we go. Sand attack. Accuracy fell, that's fine. Nidorina. Okay. Nidorina. On Groddle, probably won't kill even with a Venoshock. It probably sees Venoshock as its best move. Yeah, it's its highest damaging move. So it's gonna Venoshock Terror. While... what? We Aerial Ace. Yeah, I think we leave... Helmarock's got that accuracy drop, but Aerial Ace always hits, right? That's... it bypasses accuracy? Yeah. So... it's fine. We Aerial Ace the Nidorina. Again, I'm just gonna leave that Apom there. It's scary, but it can't do much. And we've already killed one half of them, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. We leave Terror out for this turn. We Razor Leaf, just to get some damage down. Poison Point, that sucks. Double hit. Flame Body, that's nice. And not a lot of damage. Toxic is already poisoned. That's actually that's a huge turn. Takes damage from poison, that's fine. Clutch Flame Body and Toxic, I know. Everybody's got status on them. I think here they probably see kills now on Helmarock, right? Yeah. They definitely see. What's Helmarock's HP? I don't know. Low? We're gonna say it's at like 23%, 12 HP? 12... 13, maybe? We'll say somewhere in there. What's the max it could be? Whatever. We're gonna say that they see kills with, if we're poisoned, they're probably gonna go Venoshock and double hit into Helmarock. So we can get a free turn here by something that can take Venoshock and double hit. What takes double hit the best? The answer is nothing. Lotad kind of takes it well-ish. You know what? Clauncher tanks this just fine. I think we switch Clauncher in, and then we go for another turn of Razor Leaf. Double hit. Not too much. Water Pulse. Okay, so it was random move. That's huge. Confusion sucks. There we go. That's Apom down to burn. That's unfortunate. We kind of wanted to leave Apom out, but, you know, is what it is. Now we've got a Luxio with Intimidate. Okay. Okay. So, now what? The Luxio is going to spark Mega Man. I know, confusion sucks, but now we know Luxio is going to spark Mega Man. We know Nidorina. We know what Nidorina is going to do. Nidorina is going to Shockwave Mega Man to death. Everything's going to Mega Man right now, and it's 2 electric-type moves. Platypus tanks those just fine. So now we switch in a Platypus, and we have another Razor Leaf. Toxic, that sucks. Badly poisoned and Spark. Spark is what we expected. I didn't think it would go for Toxic, but I guess that makes sense. Hurt by poison. Okay. We can tank. A Platypus can Fake Out. The Nidorina, I think, is more important this turn. Because we know it's just going to go for Spark. But that thing can go for Venoshock, which does too much. So we have to Fake Out. And then... does Bite... what does the most damage right now to Nidorina? We could Bite it? Yeah, I kind of want to Fake Out Bite Nidorina. Okay. Bite, that's fine. Nidorina flinched. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. That's okay. Now, how fast is Nidorina? 28? Too much. Nidorina's dead to Quick Attack. Nidorina and Spark are gonna Venoshock Spark into this spot. Venoshock Spark, Venoshock Spark. What can deal with a Venoshock Spark? Literally nothing. I think Nightwing should just come in here to die for a turn. Because after this, it'll be Flaffy. And then we can bring Slushy out. Because I want to keep a Platypus around, and honestly, Nightwing's not good. So if something's going to die here, it's going to be Nightwing. And now we just Razor Leaf. Okay. A Nerve. Howl. Wasn't expecting that. Venoshock is what I was expecting, and now we're alive for another turn. That's huge. Terror just refuses to get paralyzed, which has been awesome. Okay. Okay. Now that we've got Flaffy. We are so close to doing this just fine. Terror is an MVP. Okay, if we need... our goal now is to kill this Flaffy. Flaffy is the last Pokemon on that side of the field. If we can kill this Flaffy, then we can 2v1 for the rest of the fight, which is going to be huge. We can bring Lotad back in for Fake Out, and that basically guarantees us the fight. What kills this Flaffy? How fast is it? This Flaffy is slow. Unfortunately, this Flaffy is gonna super kill Rookie D. Nightwing is for sure gonna die here. And it kills anything else. So we're gonna have to sacrifice Rookie D. Luckily, Rookie D's faster, and it can... what do we even do here? Sand Attack? Alright, in doubles, how much is Razor Leaf doing? Razor Leaf is doing the same as Bite, so it's better to Razor Leaf. So we Razor Leaf. Rookie D dies. Rookie D deals damage to the Flaffy. What do we want here? It's got Magnet. Lumberry. We could try and peck the Lumberry from the Luxio. That would be fine. No, we want to keep the Luxio alive. We want to kill Flaffy. Alright. This thing's got Static Magnet. We could Fury Attack. Hope for 5 hits. I think that's our best bet here. We Fury Attack Flaffy, and we Razor Leaf. Bite. Okay, yeah, Luxio outspeeds. There was a chance that happened. Alright. Razor Leaf. Oh, crit! Crit is huge here. Crit was huge. Flaffy is so slow that it's almost certainly dead now. Okay, can Luxio one-shot Slushy? No. Slushy can tank 1 spark. Groddle does how much damage? Roughly 28. Okay, Slushy's coming in. Okay. Now we can Charm. How fast are we? We're not faster than the Luxio, so the Luxio's gonna go. That's fine. I think here, we need to roll out. And start not missing. Because I think if we roll out, like that can start, I think we need to roll out, yeah. Because rollout is gonna double in power multiple turns in a row, right? 30, 60, and that's gonna help us kill not the Luxio I'm not worried about, but I am worried about the afterwards, the Nidorino. So I think our chance here is to roll out the Flaffy, and we just need to keep hitting with rollout, and then we Razor Leaf. Once again. Spark, that's what we expected. Super effective. Why did that kill? I don't know why that killed. That shouldn't. That wasn't a crit, was it? Well, dang. Alright, we're confused. Terror, you're fine. Terror is fighting through confusion, paralysis. Terror, you are awesome. That being said, I'm so sorry. So we've lost Nightwing and Slushy. Okay. Now what? We need Helmrock to come in since Helmrock is fast. No. What we need is Mega Man to come in. What's faster than this Luxio? Just Fletchender? Alright, well Fletchender can actually come in. Could you try for Fake Out into Flaffy and Razor Leaf potentially kills both? Yes. So... Yes, but then because Terra is so slow right now, a Platypus would definitely die then. Is our thing. And I'd like to have Fake Out pressure on, like, switching out Fake Out a Platypus a couple times, just when we get to the 1v1. So I think I'm going to bring out Helmarock here, because Helmarock outspeeds everybody. Yeah, because Helmarock outspeeds everybody. I think we go here, and there is a small chance that Luxio... I don't think that there is a chance, but we'll try. Helmarock, Flame Charge. There we go. One-shots, that's good. Spark, yeah. Okay, so Helmarock's dead too, that sucks. Flame Body, that's nice, but then that just gets rid of the Lumberry. Alright. Terra is paralyzed and couldn't move. Dang. For the first time yet, Terra wasn't useful. Let's actually bring out Mega Man here. That's okay. We did as much as we could possibly ask there. Now we can just Aqua Jet. And then I think we bring out Platypus into Terra's spot for Fake Out. Aqua Jet. Okay. Platypus is hurt by poison. It's toxic, so we gotta be careful about that. Nidorino's for sure going into a Platypus with... Okay. Now we've just got to see how to kill this Nidorino. That's all that's left. Bubble Beam does by far the most damage, so we're Bubble Beam. Next up, it for sure sees Venoshock is a kill into our poisoned Platypus. It actually sees a kill with both Poison Tail and Venoshock, which is unfortunate. But we just brought Platypus in, right? So we get one turn of Fake Out. That's why we brought Platypus in. There we go. Bubble Beam. There we go. Hurt by poison. Yeah, Black Sludge. That's fine. Now we Bubble Beam again. And then we switch out into Terror. I think Terror... How much damage is this going to do to Terror? Assuming it's a Venoshock. Into Terror, who isn't poisoned. There is a roll where Terror survives this, so we have to go for that because we can't be going into the next fight with no Pokemon. Dang. Okay. That was a roll. That sucks. Okay, but we've won the fight. We just lost our entire team. Well, I mean, technically that could have gone worse. Oh. Okay. I did win! But, while I have won the battle, I do think that this successful battle, has lost me the war. I am proud that I did manage to win that double battle despite not being prepared for it. But dang. Well, you have another match with me when I'm not all thirsty? Absolutely not. No, small child. The small beach children have completely bamboozled me. I think that was every battle on this route, though, at least. So let's go up to... Let's heal in a new Poké Center. Cool enough to chill at my Papa spot? Dang. Beach children are also calling us lame. We know we can't die, so in 4... 1, 2, 3, 4. Platypus is fine. Where's the Poké Center? Okay, there's Team Aqua. Not dealing with them. What is this? Battle tent? Nope. Just please let me into the... Where? Okay, there's the Poké Center. How did I miss that? It's fine. Alright. Now we just gotta put only the people who died away. So, you know, just our starter, Nightwing, we lost Clauncher there. Who else? What did we end? Who did we end with? No, we ended with Clauncher, so we'll have to get Clauncher back out. And Spheal is dead. We ended with a Lotad. Or Lombre. Withdraw Pokemon, who's... Okay, Krabby, you're coming to the team. Snorrid, you're coming to the team. And... Clauncher, you should be on the team. And also, you... should not be here. Alright. Here's our team. Okay. We'll have to get the Nevermelt Ice off of Spheal. Let's do that real quick. And the... Yep. Move items. Take that. Yeah. Put it into the bag. There we go. Heal everybody up. Level everybody up. Okay. We're just gonna give that straight to Zoroark. Endless Candy on Krusty. Krusty wants to learn Bubble Beam? Sure. Of course, yep. What do we got? Metal Claw? Might raise the attack. That's actually good. And Metal Claws now looks like 100% accurate. Vice Grip is fine. I don't like Leer. We're too late in the game. We're too poor to be able to keep Leer on Krusty. Krusty wants to learn Mud Shot? Sure, you can learn a ground type move. That might be useful. What is it? 55 might reduce speed. Aqua Jet and Bubble Beam are staying. Vice Grip, Metal Claw. Is Krabby a normal? Is Krabby a normal type? No, it's just water type. Okay, we'll get rid of Vice Grip then. Krusty learned Mud Shot. Perfect. Alright. Now we've got that for our team. Now what? We have our very first optional trainer. What does Camper Gabby do? Why? One sec. Just double checking something in the, in the notes for the, or the documentation, that's what it's called. What do we get for defeating Camper Gabby? If it's optional, why would we do it? And if we do it, what do we get? Breaking rights, of course. I bet it's an item. I think that there's an item that we can get if we win. Let me just check where we can get items. Because I had that up for a second ago. 109. We can get black glasses and soft sand now. Let's see, nothing else that I'm seeing that's super useful. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything that we get from this lady. What? Camper Galvy is optional. I'm not sure. Why? But the thing is, the reason that I'm wondering why it's got... what if it might give us something is because it's got a little mark next to it, and I don't know why. Alright. Well, we could try and plan for the Team Aqua double battle now. Problem being that this Team Aqua double battle is going to kill us. Just for sure, definitely, and straight up. Yeah. We're so gonna die. That's fine, though. Do we have anything that even has Dark-type moves at this point? I guess we could give Black Glasses to Zoroark if we need it. Instead of the Never Melt Ice. Living up to his name, absolutely. Okay. What? Okay, well we've made it to Slateport. What can we get for Pokemon? We need more encounters. Before we do anything else, let's worry about that. I've got to take all of the, like, half of the team out of my documents. Yep, Rookie D's dead. Spheal is dead. We've just got that and Krabby. I haven't even put Krabby in yet. Krabby. What's Krabby's ability? Let's put Krabby into the documentation and then go find our encounter. Krabby's got shell armor. That's actually pretty great. Level 17. What's his nature? Modest nature. IVs. What are his IVs like? Pretty good. Fortunately, Krabby isn't good, but... 28 HP. 17... attack. 5 defense. 19 special attack. 7 special defense. 31 speed. A perfect speed stat is nice. And what are its moves? Metal Claw. Mud Shot. Bubble Beam. And Aqua Jet. Alright, let's put that into the calculator. Let's actually have the calculator up. Yeah, because everybody's dead. There we go. Added Krabby to the team. Yeah, I'm really not seeing the benefit to fighting Gavi. There's gotta be something. I'll have to look at that. And I'm sure I have to do it right now, before the Slateport encounter with the Team Aqua. There just has to be something, because why would you do it? Alright, but without that, though, now let's go grab our encounter. Okay, what are our encounters? What are our possible encounters? From... Alright. Where's Steven's room? We might have to go talk to Steven. And then we also have to... Okay, what are our Slateport encounters? And I think we can get a Route 110 encounter, maybe? Slateport encounters are not great. We could get a Quillfish, a Weasel, a Remoraid. That's not good. But it's all we've got, and we need encounters, so... Other thing we can do also... we can go back and get our Petalburg City encounter. I neglected to do that because I was hoping that this run would be like really great and we'd get all of the things. And now it's clear that that's not going to happen. So we could go get our Petalburg City encounter and see what that is, because it might be like a Krogunk or a Shellos or something like that. I don't want to give up on this, though. And also, we've got Steven's room. Okay. Pull out all the stops. Absolutely. Let's get our Slateport encounter right now. Let's look at Route 110. And then let's get going. Okay. I'm gonna buy some Pokeballs. Oh, we can buy Great Balls now. Nice. Let's buy that. And we should buy some potions. Just in case. Alright, so now we've got better balls. What can we do with Route 110? Here's Route 110. I'm terrified that that's... Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing that we get if we go and do Route 10 right now. We can get a Route 10 encounter. Okay. What's the Route 10 encounters look like? Shinx, Mareep, Tynamo, Yamper, Electrike. Dang. Yeah, Okay, so the Route 110 encounters are very good, and I think we're going to need an electric type to deal with the Slateport. The Team Aqua guys, so let's see what this fight would look like. Let's first go... Okay, so now we know what's up here, so we can't get our encounter from 110 unless we beat her. Alright, what's over here? Nothing. Alright. Now we know. Let's look at our Slateport encounter. Where can we even get that from? There's somewhere in Slateport where we can touch the ocean. Where is that? Not over here. This is Route 109. This is Slateport. Is this... I don't know that I believe that this is Slateport. It says it's Slateport. Is this one patch of water technically Slateport? Let me... I don't want to cheat. One sec. That feels like that can't be Slateport. Okay, right here. We can surf or fish right here. So let's fish right here. We've got a platypus out front, so we're fine. Let's go. What do we get? Quillfish. That's actually great. Intimidate. That's huge. Okay. Okay. Quillfish. Level 10. How much damage is this thing taking from Lombre? Not much. We can fake out Bubble Beam a couple times. Or fake out Bubble a couple times. And I think we're fine. Pin missile. Yep. Not doing that much. Kind of doing that much. Let's just try throwing the Pokeball at it. Or Great Ball. That's on the ocean floor. Dive Ball isn't worth it here. Great Ball should do it. It's level 10. It doesn't. It should have a fine catch rate. Ooh, it doesn't. But it uses Bubble, so we're fine. Yeah, 1 damage. Okay. Dang. Venom Drench, but it failed. Terrifying. Kind of want to switch here. If it's Pin Missile again, yeah, Mega Man should do just fine tanking it. Actually, is Krusty tankier, probably? 36 defense. 41 HP. Whoops, didn't. I meant to summary on Mega Man. Well, I guess Mega Man's tanking it. Yeah, Mega Man takes the Pin Missile just fine. 4, 5. Yeah, that actually could have killed Lotad. Okay. Oh, come on. Just get in the ball, Quillfish. Just... Come on. This is absurd. In the ball. Oh, come on. Alright. Will you die? What will you die to? Aurora Beam will not kill you. There we go. Now we're gonna switch out to Krusty. There we go. Just don't get poisoned. Oh, come on. Whatever. We know clearly this Quillfish is a near perfect specimen. It's got perfect moves. It always hits. We have to catch this Quillfish. Seriously now, game. Is this really necessary? You've taken so much from me already. Must you take this Quillfish too? It's listening. I know. Okay. Run and bun. I just... Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we bring out Zoroark. Oh my gosh. This thing, like, genuinely seems perfect. This is 7 levels under leveled right now. And we got it, finally. Okay. Now we get back to the Poké Center, and we have the world's best Quillfish, clearly. There's no other explanation for what just happened. Yes, what are we calling you? We're just calling you the best. Because, all caps, unfortunately, this is not a situation where it's going to be like, that's just the only name. It's the best Quillfish ever. Can we do space? Yeah. This is the... And we've got space for an exclamation point. We've got, I think, just 1 exclamation point. I think 2 exclamation points is too much. There we go. We've got the best. It's on our team now. Now we walk over here to the Poké Center. Okay. Alright. Let's get this thing leveled up and let's check its stats. Okay. Venoshock? Wow. Okay. Probably. What does Venom Drench do? Lowers the attack, special attack, and speed of a poisoned foe. Is that good? That doesn't feel good. Venom Drench doesn't seem good. Venoshock does. Like, if something's poisoned, I'm hitting it with Venoshock, right? Yeah. Stab Venoshock if it's poisoned should kill whatever, so I should never need to Venom Drench. Yeah, Venom Drench is a fake move. Venoshock is just better. I'm going for it. There we go. 15... Poison Fang? Okay. I was hoping that we were going to get something better than Poison Sting. They badly poisoned, too. This thing looks like it's going to be a beast. Alright. Well, there we go. Now let's check that thing's stats. Watch it just actually... It's just... You know what? Knock on wood. It's going to be great. It's got... Okay. So let's start writing this down so I can put it into the calculator. We've got a Quillfish. That Quillfish is female. Not that I don't think that matters in this ROM hack, but just in case. Doesn't have anything. Its ability is Intimidate, which is huge. Its nature is Bold. Its stats are as follows. Pretty good. 12 HP. 13 attack. Would have loved a better attack stat, but it's fine. It's bad that we're minus attack. Attack. What do we got? The Beast, absolutely. 23 defense. 11 special attack. What's that? 18 special defense. And how much speed? 20 speed. That's pretty good speed. And the moves are Bubble, Poison Fang, Pin Missile, and Venoshock. How do you spell Aurora Beam also? A-U-R-O-R-A-B-B-A-M. Why does that not work then? Whatever. See, add it to the calculator. There we go. Look at that. Quillfish is going to be so great. Quillfish is not level 100. It is level 17. I forgot to put in... Okay, 1 second. Actually, we're moving you back to the trash. You are level 17. There we go. Level 100 in Spirit, absolutely. Still very good. Still very fast, too. 37 speed is going to be great. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way, Galvy. We've got Ponyta on that team. Camper Gabby. We want to get to Route 110 so that we can get the electric encounter from there. Because even if we go back and fish somewhere else, there isn't a good encounter anywhere else. Like, the reason that I was holding off on it is, like, we could get Krogunk, but Krogunk isn't going to be good in this upcoming fight. What will be good is anything on Route 110 grass. So, we want to fight Camper Gabby, but only if we can actually win. So, first up, what do we got? It kinda... Okay. So, right away, Quillfish might actually make this possible. Let's see. So first up, this thing has Headbutt, Pluck, Super Fang. It's slower, which is huge. Super Fang, what does that do? That's half health, right? Yeah. Super Fang is... is half health. Okay. That's the map. Okay. So that'll always do 50%. I assume that the AI likes to go for that when possible. Doesn't say so, so I assume it just calculates that as always doing whatever the right amount is. Okay. So, let's say Quillfish is out front against this Babarrel. Not even a Bidoof, an actual fully evolved Babarrel. With a Lumberry and Unaware. So, speed, Unaware is great, isn't it? Or... does Intimidate work on... or is target... It uses damage... The other Pokemon stat changes are ignored. The evasion stats, the defense and special defense, the accuracy stat, and the attack and special attack stat of the attacking Pokemon are ignored during damage calculation. Okay. Okay, so we can still intimidate Babarrel. So, we'll come in, it'll be at -1 attack. It can headbutt, but we outspeed. We could Pin Missile, or we could Poison Fang and try and Venoshock. How likely is Poison Fang to poison? Is it this normal amount? Gen 6 has a 50% chance to badly poison. Okay, so no, we should definitely be Poison Fanging. Even if it gets... But no, wait, it's got the Lumberry, right? Yeah. That's fine. Pin Missile has a small chance to do better eventually. No, its average is better. And it might do more. Right, on 5 hits, Pin Missile does what? 50? Yeah. So it's gonna we're gonna Pin Missile, it's gonna Super Fang. We're gonna Pin Missile, it's gonna probably Super Fang again, because Headbutt doesn't do that much, and then it'll try and Headbutt. Or maybe Aqua Jet, and then we'll Pin Missile kill it. So, next up, how... Deals more damage than it takes. Do we outspeed... Does anything outspeed us? Ponyta outspeeds us, but doesn't do more damage than it takes. Ponyta is kind of scary, but we've got lots of water types, so we should be able to deal with that just fine. Then we've got an electric type. Okay. This isn't going to outspeed, but it is going to do more damage than it takes. This is going to outspeed... Okay, what's the switch in AI? Oh, this is so... This is a lot. Post-KO, switch in AI. So, AI's Pokemon is slower and is O-code. It's not going to try and switch that in. AI's Pokemon is faster. It's slower and deals more damage than it takes. Is that true for Ponyta? Is faster... Okay, so it's faster and O-codes it. Is slower, but O-codes... Nothing O-codes. Quillfish. Actually, no, everything will OHKO. So it'll go for Ponyta because Ponyta's fast, because we'll have taken a bunch of damage. Alright. It'll try and Flame Wheel, which we switch to Clauncher, and then I think we... Bubble Beam, Bubble Beam? No, 2 Play Roughs kill us. How does Krabby deal with it? Krabby actually deals with Ponyta great, because we can Aqua Jet, and almost certainly kill. And we can't be crit. So... Krabby comes in and is a good counter to Ponyta. At which point, Electric will come in. Or maybe Sunflora. Okay, what can we do to Sunflora? Sunflora's gonna try and use Energy Ball. Energy Ball doesn't do well into Lombre, but Lombre doesn't do anything. Can we do anything to this Sunflora? Even at all? Honestly, Snorunt does fine. Just Ice Shard, Ice Shard. That's not great. Yeah, now that Sunflora is scary. What about this Dustox? What does well against the Dustox? Nothing? Is the answer gonna be nothing again? The answer's gonna be nothing again. It's got Roost. Okay, this is not a fight I think we can win. Can we win the next fight without? Is this something that we can avoid double battling? Because if so, we could probably win. Yeah. If we get chance in between, it might be back-to-back fights, actually. That might be the thing. Speed boost is scary, so we're definitely going to be slower than that thing. Honestly, Quillfish keeps looking really good against everything. Quillfish might be our best Pokemon at the moment. Yeah, because in this first fight... What is... Let's see, let me just check there's like 2 versions of the documentation. Let me look at the Trainer Battles text file. Yeah, Camper Gavi just gives us access to Route 110. The Slateport Museum, okay, so it's not double battles, but it's 2 consecutive battles with no healing in between grunts 1 and 2. So we have to win 2 battles in a row against these Team Aqua grunts is how it's gonna work. Okay? So, yeah. Yep. That's okay, though. That's better than double battle, honestly. We saw how rough the double battle was. And honestly, this first team is super easy to take out. We can just, like, tank wing attacks. The problem is that we're gonna have no HP on Quillfish. Right? Like, this first fight is no problem. Quillfish is going to be able to beat the Murkrow pretty easily. Might even be able to take it out in, like, 2 shots. Right? What does it got? Lumberry? Okay, yeah, Lumberry, so we can't go for Poison Fang. So we just have to hope that Pin Missile kills it in 2 shots. Skrelp, though? Skrelp can do nothing to basically anybody. It's got Acid, Toxic, Protect. Again, having a Poison type is so good here. Because now we can just... We take a lot of damage over time from Water Pulse. I wish that we had, like, Black Sludge or Healing over time. So we could stall and heal back up. Right? But what else does good against Skrelp? Not you. Not you. Kinda. You could bite. You're faster. So you might be able to... So we might actually use Snorunt to bite Flint the Skrelp. Lotat, Lombre might come out and fake out Mega Drain. And Clauncher isn't very good. What about against Tortuga? Bubble Beam is fine. Huh. Bubble Beam is fine. How do we do... Okay, yeah, Mega Drain's the way to go here. We're healing as much damage as we're taking. We just have to be careful of Ancient Power. But no, we Mega Drain with low Lombre. So this first fight should be fine. But then, we're going to be leading Quillfish into the Marini. That's actually perfect, because Quillfish should be able to 1v1 the Murkrow, and then still be able to 1v1 the Marini. So we lead Quillfish. Especially because that's giving the attack drop. But Venoshock is special? Yeah. Dang. So that's fine. It might soak so that it can Toxic, so that it can Venoshock. If we do, that's a lot of turns, though, that we just get free damage. After that, we could try and use Krabby, maybe. I don't know. After that, we assume this thing. Whirlipede? Whirlipede's a problem. I'm just gonna say that straight up. Bug Poison is terrifying. If we give Lombre a Cherry Berry, that gives us a Fire-type move that we can use against it. Is there anything that's good against a Bug and Poison? I don't think so. No, that's not what I need. I always forget. What's Poison's weaknesses? It's Ground and Psychic. That's it. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think that there's any overlap between Poison and Bug. Yep. Alright. So, I think Cherry Berry is the best we can do to deal with... And do we outspeed? It's a speed tie, but we're definitely slower after the first time, so the Whirlipede's gonna get 2 shots off. Well, we get Fake Out, Natural Gift. And then what's it gonna do? It's gonna go for Pin Missile. There's also a chance it goes for Poison Tail. But no. If it goes for Pin Missile, we can try and bring in Clauncher to outspeed. Otherwise, does... Actually, Icy Wind or Ice Shard on this thing's pretty good. Alright. So, we're probably gonna lose right here. But, here's our plan in case we don't. We're gonna go in. To fight this Murkrow, we're gonna 1v1 it with Quillfish. When the Skrelp comes out... What was our plan? What was our plan? Nope, not Lombre. Clauncher deals with it? No. Yeah. Clauncher deals with it. Well enough, at least. Is that true? Yeah, we have to. Clauncher's gonna have to deal with the Skrelp. The Tortuga is dealt with super well by Lombre, between Fake Out and Mega Drain. We put a Cherry Berry on Lombre. Next up, we've got a Marini. We should do just fine with Quillfish. For a bit, we might have to switch something else in to finish it off. That's okay. In order to deal with the Frillish, we're gonna need... What was our plan? I think we just try and bite flinch the Frillish with Snorunt. That being our best bet. In which case we should go get the Black Glasses. That'll help. Since we're not using Ice-type moves with Snorunt. We'll go get the black glasses for bite. If it has. Nope, that's black belt. Glasses. Black glasses. Okay, yeah. Bite might actually two-shot then. The Frillis, so we'll go get the black glasses. And then to deal with the Venipede, we need Quillfish? No. We need a combination of everybody left at that point to deal with it. Snorunt might be able to deal with it pretty well with Icy Wind and Ice Shard, but we'll have to see. Alright. I think that's as best of a plan as we can come up with here. Go grab the black glasses, put a Cherry Berry onto Lombre. Oh wait, no, we've got the Cherry Berry on Lombre so that it can deal with, yeah, that was the plan. The Lombre will be able to deal with the Whirlipede, at least help out with the Cherry Berry. Okay. Bag. Cherry Berry. Sec. It's already holding a Silk Scarf. Do you want to remove that? Yes. Do we want to give... Yeah, we're just giving Oran Berries to everybody here, especially Quillfish. But everybody else, this... Look, there's not going to be much left of this run, I imagine, so use the Oran Berries now. Okay. Let's put the Pokemon in the right order. Quillfish out front. Let's heal everybody up. Okay. Save. Alright, and the world opens up to us after this. We get our level cap increases, which will make the Gavi fight much easier, which will allow us our Route 110 encounter. Which will also... I'm just gonna double check. We have our plan here. I'm just gonna double check. Is there really no way to deal with Gavi's team? No, that Sunflora, we just have nothing that can damage it. Except for Fake Out Cherry Berry Lombre. But it dies to Sludge Bomb before it can kill. Because it's got Chlorophyll, and something's going to set up Sunny Day, right? Well, now here's the thing. Now it looks like I can fight Gavi. You know what? We have our plan. I think we stick to it here. Because I think this is our best shot. We're not in a great position, so it's fine. Alright. Good luck, thank you. I'm sure it'll be great. We've got the best out. We've got everybody with the right things. Quit pushing this line, can't you see? Are you gonna let us in? What? There we go. Is it you two? Gosh, there's guys all in a line. Come on. Let's see. You're like, oh, I want to read the sign? I think it says something like, the life of the sea is endless. Yep. Sure. I think I have to get in line here, and they're going to be mad at me for budging. Alright. No. That's just... No? How? Why can't I get in? What do I have to do? What am I missing? Story progression? What else do I have to story progress? Also, I forgot to do black glasses. Whoops. Okay, let's go get black glasses from whomever we're supposed to get it from. Where were those again? Item location. Black glasses and soft sand. Soft sand doesn't matter. We don't have anything that can use it. Slateport City given by an NPC inside the battle tent. Okay, let's go there. Black glasses for Snorunt so that it might two-shot the Frillish. You look like you're giving it. Black glasses, no. There we go. Okay, let's put those on. To Zorark. There we go. Take the battle swap challenge? No. Sorry, the fairy isn't present. What do we have to do? I do not remember, because this isn't... I do not remember this line being here. There's a line, are you just gonna let me through if I annoy you enough? No. There's okay. What's the story progression gotta be? Who do I have to talk to? Seriously. What is the deal? Let me look real quick at a walkthrough of just Emerald. Let me check something real quick. I do not remember the story progression here. Is this a Slateport? Like, yeah, this is just... They fully mixed up the story, which is... fine. Open air. Market. Numerous. Yep. Battle tent. Yeah. Because the Team Aquagrunt's lined up outside, but by the time you visit the shipyard... Okay, so we have to visit the shipyard. I forgot about that. That's a thing in base game too. I just did not remember it well enough. Be in danger. There we go. This guy. We needed to... I think we literally just needed to talk to this guy. Is that a true statement? Let's go check. Yep. There we go. All right. Time for real for now. Gosh, I have to pay to get in. Okay. Hi. There, but back in Route 104. Here, take this. Suits you more than I. But Sharp confuses foe, but sharply raises attack. I don't really want to use that. It's not very good. Swagger. Instant, yep. Alright, talk to everyone here. Let's go upstairs. Okay, we're gonna protect this guy. There we go. Time for the fight. We're probably gonna wipe here, but on the off chance we don't, let's go. Murkrow versus Intimidate. That's pretty good. Okay. And if I remember correctly, our plan was just to use Pin Missile here. There's an off chance that it can do a lot of damage. Nightshade does a lot, yep. Two times, that sucks. That super sucks. There's our berry already, not happy about that. Come on, Pin Missile, crit or something. Oh, do we not? Okay, well now it's almost dead. And our plan was next to take out Skrelp was to use what? So close. That's okay. We've got priority moves, so we can switch out and count this as a good deal. It's been using what? Nightshade, so anything that's good going into a dark type. We just need to kill this, and then what was our plan to kill Skrelp? Was it Clauncher? Clauncher seems fine. Otherwise, it could be Lotad. Lotad can come out and fake out. Clauncher can come out and Aqua Jet. Otherwise, no. Snorunt, we need it. Good health. And it wouldn't be, yeah. I think we were hoping that... Yeah, looking at it, it looks like Skrelp we were hoping would be fine. But it looks like we can deal with Skrelp decently with Clauncher. Yeah. So we're going to bring out Clauncher. Because we need Quillfish at high health for the next one. So Clauncher's going to come out, finish this thing off. We know it's using Nightshade, which is actually the best move into Clauncher for us. Aqua Jet. Easy. Alright. So that's that. Next up comes up Skrelp. Now Skrelp, we just need to... I don't think Aurora Beam does hardly anything here. Yeah, not better than Bubble Beam. So we just need to Bubble Beam a couple of times. We're going to take Acid. It's probably actually going to Toxic here, which is good for us, because even though we're Toxic, that's just slow damage. And we need to do the fast damage. Toxic, yep. There we go. Black Sludge, yep, that's unfortunate, but that's what we were prepared for. There's a chance that it protects here. It might go... What's the Protect AI look like? It's almost certainly going to Protect here. In which case we should definitely switch out. Alright, let me look at the Protect AI. Yeah, when will you use Protect? Control F, Protect. Protect. If AI is inflicted with any of the following, if it's got a status condition, it won't Protect. If Playermon is inflicted with any of the above, +1. If an AI mon's first turn out and it is not a double battle. Okay. So it's probably going to Protect. If I use Protect last 2 weeks... Okay. So it's going to Protect this turn, because it doesn't see that anything else does enough damage, and it sees that I'm inflicted with a bad status. So what I do here is... I think I get a free switch to Quillfish. Is that good? So we get a free switch to whatever we want here. What do we want our free switch to be to? Quillfish can make good use. Can't be poisoned, which is nice. And can do quite a bit with Pin Missile. More than it takes. But then we're losing our counter to the next guy's stuff. I think that that's fine, though. I think if we Quillfish this thing to death... Okay, assuming we get a free switch, how much damage can Lotad actually do? We can Fake Out and then Mega Drain. That's huge. I think we get a free switch here to Lotad, which we use to Fake Out and Mega Drain. I was so sure it was going to use Protect there. I think that there's a very small chance for it to use Protect there, or for it to do what it did instead of Protect. Now it's definitely going to go for Acid or Toxic. I think it's going to go for Toxic because it doesn't see a kill. And I think because it's going to go for Toxic, we have to switch to the best. Toxic. Dang. Goes for Acid. That's okay, though. It's not very effective. And we get an Intimidate off. But that isn't good because Acid doesn't do anything. Alright. Now we just start Pin Missiling. That's fine. It's got healing, so yeah, it's going to protect as often as it can. I'm really surprised it didn't protect. Hit twice, dang. Water Pulse. What was that, 3 damage or something? It's gaining that much back every turn. Okay. Pin Missile. We just can't do damage to this thing. Yeah. Alright. It's gonna Water Pulse this turn. We bring back a Platypus back out. There we go. Now we Fake Out. It might Protect, that's fine. After this, we just start... We need to get some damage on this thing. We need Mega Drain. Oh, yep. Alright. It sees a kill with Acid, so it's gonna go for Acid. How well... Yeah, no. Krabby doesn't do well here at all. How does Zoroark do? Fine, we outspeed. Okay. We need Zoroark to start Bite Flinching. There we go. Bite Flinch. There we go. That's one. Toxic. That sucks. It's going to Protect this turn, so we get a free switch again. Free switch to Platypus for Fake Out. But it failed. Now we're poisoned. That sucks. But we're faster, so... I think we have to... We're going to lose here anyways. I think we have to go for Mega Drain. Yeah, during... Dang, the A is just all the calls right, yep. We have to Mega Drain, hope that that kills. Dang, we really needed that crit. Why would it go for Water Pulse there? I guess it still kills. It must have just still seen the kill. That sucks, though. What next? Honestly, Krabby deals pretty well with the next two, so I think we just go here. Krabby somehow outspeeds this thing. This thing is so slow. So we need to do max damage. Ironically, max damage is from Aqua Jet. There we go. Poison Point. Come on. Come on. I knew that that was a thing, but that was the only way to risk it not missing the kill. Alright. Now what do we got? We've got this thing. It's going to try and use Ancient Power. We need Bubble Beam to do something. We need like some crits or some confusions. If it gets an Omni Boost, we lose. We might have to sack Krabby here. Yep. Oh, I forgot that a Platypus was already dead. Okay, how do we deal with this thing then? I think we need Mega Man to come out. Alright. Bubble Beam does by far the most damage. Ancient Power, just don't get it. There's our berry. And we're hurt by poison. And we Bubble Beam. Aqua Jet, dang. It must have seen that it was dead. So it went for outspeeding? Okay. So, that's fight number 1. We lost too many Pokemon. We could afford to lose only Krabby here, I think. Marini. Intimidate. Luckily, this thing can't hardly do anything to us. It's got Venoshock, which can't kill us. Only problem being we can't kill it either. Okay, only twice, that sucks. Soak, that's the worst thing that you could do. It's gonna try and toxic us, that's great. Yeah, absolutely do that. Can we switch to something else? Yeah, it's gonna try and toxic us, so we just switch to Mega Man here. Or what does good damage to this thing? Mega Man doesn't know, because it's got Venoshock, it'll super kill anything else. I'm actually sure. Okay, yeah, so we just have to let it toxic us, because we lose otherwise. Yeah. Okay. 2 crit. That's kind of helpful. 4 times? That's fine. Venoshock, that's... How did that kill? I swear that we keep getting, like, killed by things I don't think we should be able to be killed by. Like, by ranges. I think that should have been able to do 9% max. Is what the calc says. So calc is wrong, unfortunately. Not much you can do about that. Alright, unfortunately, this thing is pretty fast. I think we have to... What? What do we have to hope for? We have to hope that it does something real weird. Like, goes for soak or something. And that we hit an Icy Wind, and then we can start bite flinching. So that didn't happen. Yeah, so this is probably... Unless Mega Man... I don't think Mega Man can kill the opponents in enough turns for this to work. In a perfect world. Aqua Jet, because we're slower. Venoshock, and we're dead. Well... Rip Attempt 2. Attempt 2 made it 1,000 times further, though, than Attempt 1. Attempt 1 didn't make it to the first encounter. So this attempt made it a lot farther. Yeah, progress. Absolutely. We lost a couple mons to some dumb things. Which I'm aware of now, right? We lost... That double battle really killed us. We were fine up until the double battle. That now we just... That doesn't have to be a double battle. We can just avoid that. Next time. The other thing was the belly drumming Snorlax having a berry that boosts its speed, that it gets to eat at 50% health and not 25. So that's something to like be careful of. We had an out. I don't know if we had an out there, but that's how it goes. That's kind of everything we could have done. I don't think we would have won the Galvi fight and gotten our Route 110 encounter. So I think that this was the best we could hope for. That being said, it's getting late-ish, so I'm gonna call it... Here, I'm just gonna call it here. I'm gonna go to bed and wake up tomorrow and go home for Easter. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your night and a fantastic Easter. I will hopefully catch you next, maybe Monday, maybe next Wednesday. That might be the earliest because I'm going to be home for the weekend. So, at the latest, I will stream Wednesday. Hopefully, I will stream earlier, but it'll probably be Wednesday because of being busy. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will catch you all next time. Bye! Wait, okay, but 1 sec. Before I say bye, I have to turn off stop the timer. There we go. Bye, for real.